Do you believe that extraterrestrial intelligence has visited planet Earth?
I think you can go a step further. It hasn't just visited, it's been here a long time, and it's still here.
This is Professor Garry Nolan speaking at SALT 2023, a significant conference that tackles a wide range of issues and features innovative thinkers, investors, and scholars, though not usually a place where the subject of aliens is given much coverage. Whilst his statements are part of a larger trend of increased attention and legitimacy given to the topic of extraterrestrial life and unidentified aerial phenomena, from the New York Times article in 2017 to the recent statements this year from ex-intelligence official David Grush, Nolan's provocative words still shocked many, both outside and inside the UAP community.
If you had to assign a probability to that statement, that you believe extraterrestrial intelligence has visited this planet, what probability would you assign?
100%.
Nolan is a highly respected pathologist at Stanford University, has published more than 300 research articles, holds 50 US patents, founded 8 biotech companies, and has been honoured as one of Stanford's top 25 inventors. But whilst his main research focuses on cancer and immunology, Nolan has become increasingly interested in the study of unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP, an interest that goes all the way back to his childhood. At age 12, while out on his paper round, Nolan saw an unusual craft fly silently over him. This experience stayed with him, though it lay dormant until a tiny skeleton caught his attention, the Atacama skeleton. This oddly shaped skeleton was found buried in the Atacama Desert back in 2003 and was rumoured within the UFO community to be an alien. Nolan's curiosity in the ET phenomenon surfaced, and he realised his expertise in genetics coupled with his access to sophisticated equipment placed him in a perfect position to analyse the skeleton and put this mystery to bed. After testing, he released a paper of his findings in which he determined that the skeleton was in fact a preterm baby girl who had died due to a genetic deformity, not an extraterrestrial. His conclusion drew a fair bit of criticism from some of the UFO community, but as Nolan says, the truth is in the science.
So the sad part about it was individuals in the UFO community who wanted to think that there was some sort of conspiracy around it.
Undeterred by the backlash he had received from his debunking work, Nolan continued to investigate UAP-related incidents. His journey took an unexpected turn when he was allegedly visited by members of the CIA. Presented with samples of material purportedly from UAPs, Nolan was asked to apply his scientific rigour to the question of their origin. For example, Nolan tested materials from the Ubatuba UAP event that occurred in Brazil in 1957. This material demonstrated significantly altered magnesium isotope ratios. When speaking to Motherboard in 2021, Nolan said, "The problem is, there's no good reason humans have for altering the isotope ratios of a simple metal like magnesium. Now, you can do it. It's a little expensive to do, but you'd have no reason for doing it." Nolan didn't shy away from these unconventional tasks. He began to analyse multiple different materials and was also asked to help study the biological effects of alleged UAP encounters on human beings. He began testing the brains of around 100 individuals who claimed to have had encounters with UAPs, including defence and governmental personnel and people working in the aerospace industry. Nolan said, "The MRIs were clear. You didn't even have to be an MD to see that there was a problem. Some of their brains were horribly damaged, and so that's kind of what got me involved." And so Professor Nolan went public, sharing his research and findings not only in scholarly articles but in podcasts, interviews, and public talks.
I mean, they came to my office unannounced and then started laying out pictures and data on the table in front of me, and I honestly thought it was a joke.
Despite his amazing credentials, Nolan's statements at the SALT conference are very difficult to absorb, even for those who are familiar and accepting of UAP. As someone with a love and trust in science, I find Nolan's credentials and his claims to be a powerful and confusing combination. He does not appear to be delusional or mentally ill, and I don't have any reason to believe that he is lying. He also proved early on with the Atacama skeleton that he is led by the data.
Believe the data, not the conclusion.
What do you think it is? Let's be bold.
I think it is an advanced form of intelligence, something that we don't understand.
He's built an incredible career, is very wealthy, and is risking those privileges by making such statements. None of these things means that he isn't lying, or delusional, of course, and this is maybe what I find most difficult. It would be so much easier if he wasn't who he was. If he was some eccentric fringe scientist with a dodgy track record, he would be easy to dismiss. But he's not this. He's the exact opposite of this. And this leads me to a conundrum that is equal parts intriguing and deeply disturbing to me. Because if we can't trust the scientists who supposedly dedicate their lives to finding the truth in the world, then who can we trust? During the 1970s and 80s, the US was working on secret stealth technology to make aircraft that were virtually undetectable by enemy radar. These radically different and almost alien-looking aircraft designs would produce many UFO sighting reports from the public during test flights over the US. One of those aircraft was the B-2 Spirit, and the creators over at Mustard have made a fascinating documentary about the B-2 on Nebula. Tip of the Spear tells the story of the B-2's origins, how the technology works, and the other aircraft that it led to. Mustard are aviation experts, but they also know how to make really beautiful videos, and I really think that you will love it. And it's only available on Nebula. Nebula is an amazing place, a streaming service set up and run by your favorite creators, and it's also the best way that you can support my channel. It has a ton of exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else, like me ripping into Quake 2, something I wouldn't have been able to do on YouTube because it gets a little bit sweary and would 100% be demonetized and ignored by the algorithm. There's behind the scenes bonus content. And there are literally hundreds of your favorite creators on there also making stuff that you can't find anywhere else on the internet. Like Wendover's series, Logistics of X, or Neo's How the Twin Towers Were Built, or Patrick Willem's Night of the Coconut. And you also get Nebula classes, creators teaching how to create. Great for aspiring creators, or those of you that just love seeing behind the curtain. No ads, no algorithms, and every penny Nebula makes goes right back into supporting your favorite creators. So to support me, to support this channel, and to get 40% off an annual Nebula subscription, yes, 40%, that's like $2.50 a month, then click on the link here or in the description and you support me. And you get money off and you support me. It's win-win.